Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? How's your day been? I hope you've had a fantastic one. Hey, I'm going to show you today a new salad. This week is salad week. We're halfway through. We've done a Caesar salad. We've done a halloumi salad, and now we're doing the curried cauliflower salad. Now, this is beautiful. It's a low-carb recipe, and it just is amazing. I've done it a long time ago, but it's been a while. We're going to serve it with, I think, hubby's got some rib there, and the kids are having sausages, so looking forward to this, but it's absolutely beautiful. So let's get started. I have done some stuff in advance. So at lunch today we did what I called eggs, some boiled eggs. So when I was doing the boiled eggs, I knew that I would need some cauliflower cooked for tonight's salad. So I actually steamed my cauliflower at the same time. So, you know, think ahead in your day if you can, and see if there's ways you can consolidate it. So I have pre-cooked my cauliflower over a little bit of water for 20 minutes, I think it was. You don't want too much longer than 20. It takes, I think it might have even been a little bit less, might have been about 15. Check the recipe, it's there. So let's get on though, because I'd love to show you how to make this. The first step is actually some onion, and this time it actually asks us to slice our onion, so that's a little bit different. Good afternoon, Carissa, lovely to have you on today. So first things first is some oil. 40 grams of oil, in it goes. Let's put that in. So what's for dinner at your house tonight? I'd love to know. If you're watching in, what are you having for dinner? Do you know, or you're looking for inspiration? Please do let us know. Okay, 150 grams of brown onion cut into halves and then in thin slices and then segmented, pulled apart. So it's a little bit unusual in the fact that it's actually asking for it to be a bit like barbecue onion rings. If you have family who really detest onion, I would suggest chucking it in and blitzing it like we would normally, but I'm just going to follow as per recipe. I think this will be okay for us. So it won't take long to do that, but you do know one of my favourite things in the Thermomix is actually chopping. The fact that the Thermomix chops it for you, so if if you really don't want to do this, chuck it in the Thermomix. That's what it's there for. Right, in that goes. Done. Oh, a little bit more, that's okay. Alright, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. A little bit of an unusual ingredient, although I think if you've probably had a Thermomix a while, you probably already have it in your stash of spices. So 1 teaspoon of that goes in. Roast chicken and veggies. That sounds absolutely yummy. Sounds like a perfect dinner. Is it cold down your way at the moment, Carissa? Okay, on with the lid. And it's now going to cook this for 6 minutes at 100 degrees, speed 1. Now this is actually a time to be prepping your next lot of ingredients. So there are a few things to prep in this recipe. Hang on a second. Alright. So, coming up, there's going to be chickpeas drained. So you want to get your tin of chickpeas, put it in your simmering basket, and rinse it. Okay, so by the way, keep your chickpea juice. You can make the most amazing meringues with chickpea juice. Who would have thought? So you can whip that up and it'll make beautiful little meringues that you can then have as like macaron style ones. And eat them as they are. Obviously you should sweeten it as well, but there's a recipe on Cookie Dough. Check it out and keep that chickpea juice. Alright, so we need to do that. We have a lemon in this recipe. Now you could shortcut that and use some vinegar. I'm using a lime because we've got limes abundantly at the moment on the tree, so I'm going to use that. Coming up soon though is also it says green capsicum, I got red, so I'm going to dice that up. And I don't know how much it says. Let's have a look on our recipe details. And it says, let's have a look. Down further. Oh, by the way, there is chili in this recipe. You guys who've been watching a long time know that we don't do chili. So I'm going to just skip that out. And also, coriander. We also don't do coriander. So, those of you who don't do coriander, put your hand up in the chat box when you're watching along later. We're going to swap it out. We're going to swap it out for parsley, okay, in this case. So never fear, you can easily just swap it, okay? If you do love coriander, feel free to use coriander. What am I looking for? 1 green capsicum seeded and cut into cubes. Alright, I have a massive red one, so I'm just going to dice that up. Just take a few sides off it. Now, here is my cauliflower. Let's put it into something. I don't know where my oval thermo server is. It was here last night. And it hasn't got leftovers in. Give me a moment, guys. I'm just going to grab it out of the drawer outside. Alright, I'm back. This is my favorite salad thermo server, okay? The other ones that get too deep and you lose the contents in there. This one, it just spreads out nicely. Okay, in that goes. And we're going to dice up our capsicum. We're going to put that in. Alright. I'm really having trouble with my voice at night time, guys. I'm starting to think I need to do earlier Facebook Lives. As soon as the sun goes down and it gets cold here in Brisbane, I'm just finding my voice has just had it. And I know some of it is to blame on my old music teacher voice when I was a school teacher. Too many years of music teaching and singing and shouting over musical instruments. But gosh, it's been a while since I've had a voice like this. So, I'm just going to put that into the cauliflower at the back. And this has only got 2 minutes left on the cook-off, and it smells absolutely amazing in here. By the way, the voice is fine if I don't talk. Isn't that funny? My husband thinks that's hilarious. So if I say nothing, I don't cough and I don't splutter. But the moment I start talking in the cold air, just has no hope. So I've been spending lots of time outside in the sun and drinking lots of lemon tea, just trying to repair my vocal cords. But anyway, don't know that they're repairable. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to stop this early. So it's got 1:57 to go, but that's okay. So I'll just stop it early, move on to the next step. Mainly because I want to show you guys timely this recipe. Okay, in goes 1.5 teaspoons of salt. In that goes. Oh, I should show you this. You can see it's gone translucent-ish, so it started to go really soft. That's what we're aiming for in there. Okay, 3 to 4 teaspoons of curry powder. So I've just got the Keen's curry powder. I've had it for a very long time. It expired February 2020. So that's how long I've had it. I think it usually used to live in my caravan, which is also probably why it never got used so much. Now it says 3 to 4. We're just going to go 3. Because I find curry powder, because we don't use it so often, the kids really aren't adjusted to it. I love the stuff, but the kids just haven't quite got the taste of it yet. 1 tablespoon of garam masala. By the way, this is on Cookie Do. Make your own. It is amazing. And this is 1 tablespoon. Remember my tip for figuring out which is tablespoon and teaspoon? Tablespoon has the B as the second letter for big. Teaspoon has the TS, S for small, as the second letter. Alright? So that's the tip for remembering whether I'm looking at a tablespoon or a teaspoon. Second letter is the one you check. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. By the way, turmeric, what I call stains. Put your lid out in the sun is always a good tip. Put it through a dishwasher or just wear it and it'll be okay, because over time it does come off. Don't stress too much. It is the sign of a well-loved Thermomix, is my theory. Okay, without the measuring cup. Well, this smells divine. 2 minutes, speed 1, off it goes. Now, in a moment, it would then ask you to put the water in and cook the cauliflower off. Okay, so I've done that step because I did it with the eggs at lunchtime. The next thing I'm going to make is a dressing, and it actually calls for yogurt. Now, I'm making it dairy-free because I'm really trying to steer away from the dairy to try and give my vocal cords a break, and dairy really doesn't like me anyway. So I'm going to use coconut cream. Alright, so that's my answer to the yogurt in this recipe. So what else? And then, as I said, I mentioned the lemon, which we're using lime. And what else? I haven't mentioned the apricots. Now, it has dried apricots in it. Now, I can't find mine. They're in one of my freezers. I'm going to ask hubby too when he comes home to find them. But just check your labels on your apricots. They're not all equal the same, and sometimes they can make little tummies upset, or runny bottoms on little tummies. So often that is the sulfite that they use to keep them bright orange. And if you've ever seen my cooking, you might have seen that mine are quite brown looking because they haven't been gassed. They haven't been gassed to keep the bright orange on them. They still taste the same, they just look different. Sorry, I can't show you them. I kind of gave up searching, so that's why I don't have it here now. Here we go, nearly done. Hey, Finny. Finn. Oh, I was hoping there was a child there that could go get the parsley out of the garden. I forgot the parsley. Anyway, he looks like he's disappeared. Oh, I love, Carissa, that I'm not the only one who has products that are significantly out of date. Thank you for making me feel better. I figure it's curry powder, you know, like the worst you can do is kind of lose quality. It's still going to be curry powder. Unless something's moved in and made a home in there, but in this case we're all good. Alright, I'm really done. This smells absolutely beautiful. Now what I am going to do is I am going to cook it for an extra 2 minutes because I skipped that 2-minute cook earlier. And I'm thinking my kids will probably despise me if I leave that crunchy. So I'm just going to give it 2 minutes longer because I didn't read ahead to think about that earlier when I cut it short. I was like, oh, surely we're blending this or something. But no, I do want to make sure that onion is soft. Otherwise, I'm going to get reluctance when it comes to eating it in a minute. So, now I've run out of things to say. I would love you though to let me know what you're having for dinner when you're watching. Hey Denise, lovely to have you on. Leftovers for dinner tonight. That is out of your stout from last night. I'd love to know. But if I can help you in any way with Thermomix, if you've got recipes, if you've got questions, if you've got friends who are inquiring, by all means, I'm here to help you get the most out of your Thermomix. And it doesn't matter where, I was going to say in the world, but probably more so Australia you live, I'm happy to help you with your Thermomix. So do tell your friends and family about the videos. Tell them to come watch so that they can get inspired, especially if they've got a Thermomix and they're not using it much. I'd love to make sure that they keep getting inspired and learn more about their Thermomix. I love that I've been doing lives now since March last year. I think this is the first time I've lost my voice since March last year. But I love that this is a new recipe that I've only done once before. And the beauty of the Thermomix is that you keep finding new recipes to do. You don't have to make the same 5-7 recipes day in, day out. The Thermomix gives you the freedom to make amazing food so easily and quickly. I know it's foolproof because it was 5-star rated or 4-star rated, 4.5 or something. And how cool is that we can make great, amazing food from scratch in our Thermomix? I just think that is amazing. All right, well, let's finish this off. I want to show you the dressing in a minute. 20 seconds. By the way, those of you who are in Australia, remember this month, tell your friends and family there's a second bowl offer. So when they're buying a Thermomix this month, if they want to, they can add a second bowl onto their Thermomix purchase for $99. So it's an absolutely fabulous deal. I love having 2 Thermomixes, but if you can't afford or you don't want 2 Thermomixes, a second bowl is the closest thing to a second Thermomix because you can finish one step, put a second bowl in and keep on going. So it is really a handy tool to have. So please make sure your friends and family know that. Okay, transfer to a bowl and set aside. I'm going to just take a risk here and I'm actually going to dump it straight in with my cauliflower. I'm not sure if that's where it goes later. Oh man, this smells amazing. That curry powder. So I'm just going to put it on top of this and hope that later on that's where it's supposed to go. As I said, I've only made this once before and it was it was probably 12 months ago. Alright, look at that beautiful turmeric colour. Oh my goodness. Alright. Not sure if the 2 little people are going to eat this tonight, but certainly the 2 big ones and us, we will love this. Love that onion. Yum. Alright, we're going to skip the water step because that's to do with the cauliflower. Go next. Alright. Here we go. Coriander. Now, forgot to bring it in from the garden. You're just going to have to pretend I'm chucking parsley into the Thermomix because I don't have a child here at the door that I know of. Hey Finley, Landon or Toby, can you get me some parsley from the front garden please? Thank you. I do have somebody out there sitting in the dark. I'm not sure why they haven't got the lights on. But anyway, so we're going to put that in there in a second and we're not going to put the chili. Okay, so if you don't like chilies, just skip it. Alright. Pop the garage, buddy, go out that way. And we're going to chop that down. Gonna have to do a song and a dance while I wait for him. Sorry guys. Thought I was super organised. Be fast for me. And hopefully I get the parsley and not the mint. I think he's alright. I think he knows what rosemary is. I don't think I'll get rosemary. But you will see. Oh Denise, I love that you have 2 bowls. So you're in the UK, aren't you? So do you also, are you lucky enough to have the friend in the UK? Because we don't get to have the friend in Australia, unfortunately. But I think you guys have the friend, you have the base part, but didn't pass Australian standards, so we unfortunately don't get it. But second bowl is amazing. All right, here comes it. Hopefully, here comes some parsley. Patiently waiting. Or not. Nothing like going on Facebook Live, waiting and waiting and waiting. Now, did you guys know that recipe details? I'm going to go and just show you something. You might already know this, especially if you're a pro and you've been watching me a while, but at the very bottom of your recipes, you know you've got hints and tips down there, and you've also got nutritional value. So as you get down further, it tells you how many serves, well, actually it tells you the calorie count per portion. So then you go back up to the top and go, okay, this is due to serve 8 portions. Flip, that's a lot of people. This is going to be a big batch. And each serve, you can go down and look at those calorie counts, the energy, the things like that, the carbs and the fat. But then as well, you've got things like, it tells you in the tips that you can make your own curry powder, that you can make your own garam masala, and it's on the thing.
Mom?
Oh, you're amazing. Thanks, buddy. Is that parsley?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's go back to the recipe. A little bookmarker. In that goes. Now, my bowl is going to be slightly damp, so I'm not going to get a completely fine chop, but I don't think it particularly matters because my parsley wasn't huge anyway. It certainly wasn't 30 grams like the recipe called for. 2 seconds, speed 7. It's going up slow because it's hot. It's a safety feature. I do love how they've thought about everything with the Thermomix. So Denise, I know you said the friend's available there. Do you have one, or do you just have 2 Thermomixes, or do you just have your 2 bowls? I'd love to know. All right, here's our yogurt step. Oh, look at that. Love it. It smells absolutely amazing. 100 grams. Obviously, mine's going to be a bit runnier. Don't think it really matters. I could have taken the cream off the top to make it not so runny, but doesn't particularly matter. Okay, on with the lid. It's going to blend this through. You'll see in the picture, you can see the little clumps of the white in the picture, which is what this sauce is. I'm going to just drizzle it over the top because mine will be runnier, so it will be more like a sauce. Transfer cauliflower to a large serving bowl. Place the serving bowl on the lid. Add the chickpeas. Haven't done that yet. We'll add the chickpeas as well. This is going to be such a beautiful colour. Alright, so chickpeas, some lemon juice. We haven't done that. Alright, just take this off so I can use the scales. So in with some lemon juice on top. Now you guys have seen the last few nights, I highly recommend using the TM31 and TM5 spatula as a juicer. Just trying to squeeze it evenly around. It says into a large serving bowl. I do hope I'm throwing this recipe together well. Could be making it up. It's alright, you guys have watched me for long enough to know that I do that sometimes. Still generally works out. 40 grams is a fair amount of lemon juice, guys. Just a FYI. I feel like I've been squeezing forever. So I'm going to cut short. That was only half. That was 22. Dried apricots, they're in the freezer. I'm going to have to get them out later. Cut into small pieces. I think you could also shortcut that. I think you could chuck them in the Thermomix and blitz them on speed 5 for a couple of seconds if you'd like to take it easier way. Okay? 1 capsicum, it says green, but anyway, I cut mine up and put it into here. And then the yogurt dressing as well. Toss gently to combine, and then serve it with more yogurt. So that's actually it. That is the recipe done. I'm just going to see if I can give it a bit of stir without getting it on the floor. But that looks and it smells absolutely amazing. So give this recipe a go. I can highly recommend it. I love cookie dough. It makes it so easy and achievable to make amazing food that you'd go out and buy at a cafe or a restaurant. And yet we can do it in our own kitchen with the ingredients we like. Because I tell you, if someone serves me coriander at a restaurant, not a happy camper, okay? Do not love that green stuff, okay? It is gross to me. I don't know why, but it is. You know, and I can skip that out at home and I can make it into something that I would eat and I will enjoy. So there you go, guys. That is your curried cauliflower salad in your Thermomix. Really simple and quick. And dressing. Really forgot the dressing. Because I didn't wash my bowl out, mine is a bit yellow. Okay, but that's okay. So I will just later on, once I give it a really good stir, sprinkle that over the top, and we're good to go. How cool is that? Alright guys, have a fantastic evening. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is, I think it's another cauliflower dish. I think it might be cauliflower salad maybe. Anyway, not sure. I guess I'll look tomorrow night. I've got all the recipe ingredients there because I shopped on the weekend for it, and that's the video of cookie dough. If you need help with your cookie dough or anything like that, please do shout out. I'd love to help you. But otherwise, guys, take care, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Bye for now.